What's up, John?
What's up, Trav? What's up, Mike?
Johnny, Travis.
Mike. And what's up, people? What's up, planet Earth? Welcome to the Brothers of the World podcast. This is episode 2. You already know I'm here with J-Red. I'm Travis. And we're here to break down UFC 256. This is our recap video. Welcome to the show, people. Johnny, what do you got?
We're going to start off with that championship fight, man. That freaking banger. Fifth round definitely teetered off a little bit because I think Moreno said that he hurt his arm, his left arm, in that fourth round. But Jesus, man, Moreno, personally, I thought he took that fight. I understand a draw. I gave him 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 5.
Gave it a fucking draw, bro.
Fucking draw, bro. Majority draw. And you know what? I hate to start the freaking podcast by going into the judges, but what the fuck were these judges looking at? Pardon my English.
What was that? You showed me the scorecard, but what was that one judge? How did he score it?
They gave Moreno the 5th round. I mean, and I was going for Moreno the whole time, but Moreno in no way ever in any shape won that 5th round. And it's, I don't know.
Bro, 2 eye pokes, groin shot.
Eye pokes, groin
was
shot.
bad.
Figgy was digging in them eyes, bro. He was.
I think he even did it when they were up against the cage once. Moreno reacted to it, but it didn't get called. Maybe
he was just looking for ways to try and slow the fight down because he brought a very hellacious pace. Figueroa, Deuce de Guerra, Davison,
Red Stripe.
But that red stripe's the target.
But Moreno was there. But Moreno was there the whole time.
But let's go back and talk about that low blow, though. After that low blow, this was round 3, correct?
Yeah, that's when they did that.
So round 3, he was compromised. Like that nut kick.
Yeah, it wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, he was coughing up.
Yeah.
So Jason Herzog, the ref,
had to take.
You agree with him, right?
Yeah,
I agree with that too.
Although it was just the first nut shot, it was the third thing because he had already eye poked him, and then clearly Moreno was complaining about an eye poke, and we saw him digging in his eyes while Moreno was in his guard.
And if we go back to the eye pokes, though, it was a standing eye poke, and then one of them was once he was on the ground, the guy, Figgy was digging his fingers, and who knows what he was, was he doing it intentionally? Was it an accident? It looked intentional.
Yeah, I mean, you can cover the face and the mouth with the hands. That's completely legal. You can push.
Yeah, you're trying to disrupt the breathing.
But Figgy was getting in their eyes.
Figgy was on his back, obviously, and Moreno was instigating most of the takedowns. Took him down about 5-6 times.
I'm not too sure off the top of my head, but I know it was 2 times in the second round alone. And I think that's also, besides the great combos that Moreno was putting together on him, and sometimes looking like he had him dazed. What's it called?
I think me and you were talking about it. It seemed like he was hiding it very well.
Yeah.
Figgy was like, he was feigned, but like you said, he's trying to slow the fight down, but it was evident that the guy was just trying to slow down, bro.
But both of them were showing their chins.
Yeah, sure. They were exchanging.
Oh yeah,
because
Figgy would get Moreno, and then Moreno would give it right back.
Yes, or vice versa. The whole fight. The whole fight.
Combos.
And what did we say? This was a battle of tides. The tides would turn to Figgy.
Yep.
The tides would turn to Moreno.
When they were walking each other down, bro. Right after they had talked about that, Moreno was walking him down.
I know the 5th round we gave to Fig, right?
Yes.
But in the 3rd and 4th, mainly the 4th, we saw Moreno actually walking Fig down, which was, most of the fight was, dominated by Fig, but I mean by like pushing him, being the aggressor. So, I mean, okay, let's go back into that 3rd round, Johnny, with the nut kick. That one deducted a point, and then the fight ultimately ended up becoming a draw, right?
Yes.
So, that really means, though, that Moreno should have lost the fight.
It does, and especially when...
But I disagree.
Yeah, from the scorecards, it means that if that point wasn't deducted, Moreno would have lost the fight, especially when we're seeing fucking just blatant wrong scoring in that 5th round, giving it to Moreno. We'll give that to Figueroa because he deserved it.
So how did you score the fight? Give us your rounds.
I scored it
round
1 and 5 easily, Figgy. Easily. But 2 and 4 easily for Moreno. And 3 was extremely close. That's why I understand. I'm not gonna say it was a robbery, but personally, I was on the side thinking that it was Moreno all the way. He showed great. He had, although Figueroa was hitting him hard and getting a lot of big reactions because he would hit him in the ribs and his whole body would shift. Moreno was putting together those 4 or 5 punch combos that we hadn't seen Figgy take anything like that. It was an amazing fight.
So let me just dive into the stats real quick. And I'm sure most of you know these. I mean, they're there on ESPN. But looking at total strikes, Fig landed 147 to Brandon Moreno's 139. Takedowns, Brandon Moreno had 4 out of 8 shot takedowns. Good amount. I'm sure he took him down, I think in round 3, he took him down twice. And then round 4, another 2 times.
In 2, I believe he got 2 for sure.
Right?
In the second round, he got 2.
Okay, and then Fig was able to get 2 out of 4. Control time, Brandon Moreno was able to control him for a minute. So out of the times he took him down throughout the fight, that's how it looks, 1 minute. Fig was able to get up though. Give him that. I mean, he's a bigger guy in, the flyweight division. It's hard to hold that man down.
Didn't he have a really sweet reversal in late round, one of the late rounds? He had a pretty nasty one.
Yeah,
100%.
And that was the thing, is that we knew it was going to be a battle of scrambles when he did hit the ground. We knew Moreno was a scrambly guy. I think he actually, eventually we're gonna see a rematch, because Dana says that's absolutely next.
Oh, for sure.
I think we might see Moreno go for more takedowns, because somehow, although Figgy is obviously the stronger guy, he's coming in a lot more heavy. Moreno was able to hold him down and take him down fairly easy with the same takedown, with the body lock to trip.
Single leg trip. And then landing right on Fig's back, he would usually...
To side mount or half guard.
He would end up in about half guard. Exactly.
And check it out. These are the official stats. I saw from the stats before, right after the fight, the unofficial stats, that Figgy alone had broken the record for the most strikes thrown in a flyweight. So that he was number 1, and Moreno was number 5, but there was a 3-way tie for 3rd, 4th, and 5th at 133.
So these guys were, 5 rounds too, though.
Looking at the official stats now, 147, 139 blows it out of the water. So this is 1 and 2, the most ever strikes thrown in a flyweight fight in the men's division is by Figgy 1 and Moreno 2. So that just shows you how much output was going on.
And bro, you know what surprises me though? No submission attempts. We didn't
Not
see
really.
None.
Yeah, none.
They were all just doing the ground.
It seemed like the takedowns were like a change to try and change the pace of the fight.
Exactly.
And when he
it
felt
was
like
just a matter of mixing it up. Because they would fight.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon Moreno, he's smart for this. He didn't want to fight. You don't want to fight Fig in a phone booth. And you can tell that's why Fig was mainly leading the dance. And then, you'd see Brandon Moreno backpedal. And every now and again, they would get in a quick scrap.
He would take what he would give him.
Exactly.
What was that? It was a straight jab that was there all night.
Yes.
He didn't even, it seemed like he wasn't even trying to block it. Like, he didn't care.
But Fig would also come with the body shots.
Yeah, bro. They were every time. It was like nothing was for free. Exchange, every time. Yeah.
I mean, this was just... Everybody's talking about this being a fight of the year contender. I'm still gonna give it to Joanna and Weili Zhang from.
Of course, but this fight, the reason why people want it to be fight of the year is just because it's so recent. You know what I'm saying? Like, rewatch the Weili Zhang versus Joanna fight, and they're both really good fights. This is number 2 in my opinion.
Yes,
just as good. Hey, the flyweight division, it's got some heat to it.
If you didn't know anything about the flyweight division, like I did before, you saw that fight. Now I'm excited for that division. You guys told me pick a division and get into it. It was exciting, bro. If they all fight like that, I mean, man, I want to see Figgy fight again. I don't know if I like that guy, to be honest with you, but I want to see him fight again, bro.
And why you don't like him? Because he's the heel. He's the villain. He doesn't want you to like him.
Exactly.
But when in reality, his story is great. He was a freaking barbershop hairdresser. He was a sushi guy, and now he's the freaking champion of the world. He was a sushi maker. We could talk about this fight forever because that's how good it was.
Well, that's our take on this one. You ready to jump to the next?
For sure.
Now we're going to jump into...
Hold on, I'm crying, brother.
Johnny, we're going to get there. I'm not, because I actually picked the correct fighter. I had a bad record this whole card, and I'll admit it. But I did pick this fight correctly, and I was proud because I did see this coming. I mean, the fight I'm talking about is the co-main event. Do Bronx, Charles Olivera against your boy, El Cucuy.
Everybody's boy.
Everybody's boy. Hey, I love Tony too, as much as the next guy. But I mean, I like I said from the episode 1, his fight against Gaethje, I mean, it looked like it really messed him up. He was never going to be the same. We saw Charles really take advantage. He had 3 for 3 takedowns, 11 minutes of control time.
It was complete domination.
It's a 15-minute
That's
fight,
the
guys. 11 minutes of control time. It was dominant. He 10-8'd him in 2 rounds, right?
In 2 rounds.
So 10-8s. The judges, I mean, I agree with them on this part.
If you go to ESPN and just look at their stats, it shows like, oh, this guy was injured real bad to the head, so he's real red. No, Charles Olivera doesn't have any color on his body. He did not get hurt. Tony Ferguson landed 26 strikes.
26 strikes to Charles Oliveira's 86. And wait, let's not forget about that first round where it should have ended with the armbar transition.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Beyond armbar.
Talk about, okay, if you want to give like badass motherfucker for not, not tapping to that though. God, there was 10 seconds on the clock. I saw Charles Oliveira lock in the armbar, and I'm
in
like,
the armpit. The armpit lock, bro.
Well, that was in the last 3 seconds, but
yeah.
He had the armbar in that.
Secured. Locked in.
Should have been done.
That elbow was fully hyperextended, and I was waiting for a snap, and I was out in my mind. I'm like, do I look away? Do I watch this? And I'm like, I'm watching this, and sure enough, no tap. We saw second round, we saw third round, we saw a unanimous decision.
Did Ferguson go back to that left after that? He didn't. I know for at least a round.
The whole second round, he did not throw a punch with his left hand at all. In the third round, he did, but. If that was your first ever Tony Ferguson fight,
it was mine. I want to say, bro, like, it's kind of sad to see how you guys were talking about him, like holding him in such high regard, and I see how after he won, what's his last name, Olivera, saying like, give me that belt, and I could tell it's like he was saying it's the end of an era, his time is over. Like it's crazy to see that, being kind of new to the sport, like
Tony Ferguson. You're talking about a guy who before his loss in what March was it? Before his loss in March,
April,
I believe. No, I think it was scheduled for April against Khabib, and then Corona pushed it back to March.
I thought it was the other way. Originally scheduled in March, pushed back to April. But maybe, who knows?
Anyways, before that loss in March, he hadn't lost since 2012. This was a man who went on a 12-fight win streak in easily the hardest division, the lightweight division, the 155
one of the deepest divisions.
And well, you know what, El Cucuy, it's rough looking ahead.
It's bye-bye. No, but I love Tony. I love the shades. You gotta love this guy's attitude, man. This guy, he's inspirational. At the end of the day, Tony's one of those guys with if you look to somebody for mental toughness, it's Tony. Especially with not tapping from that fucking armbar.
That's all you gotta say. Look at that armbar.
Like it was snapped. And then
beyond
he put it into the armpit to get that extra torque, and you saw.
Did you see his face when he was doing it? He's looking at him like, is this guy not tapping?
Tap to this.
Man.
It was either gonna be tap or snap.
But that's enough with Tony. I really didn't even want to talk about Tony because.
Johnny's still in. He's in mourning.
I'm in mourning. I'm recovering right here. I still wish him the best, but it's not looking good. This is 8 rounds now that he's completely lost. And
hey, but I
didn't want to Charles Olivera and his great fucking performance and him.
True, right? Not to take away from what he did.
Slamming Tony 3 times.
I was gonna say multiple times. Those slams were boom.
And I wasn't just bring up that point that I sent you earlier on text about what DC said. During Tony's 12-fight win streak, if he would have run into Charles Olivera sooner, we might have seen the same result. Maybe. Just the fact that it's, now...
Styles make fights.
Yeah, and then Charles, he's in a 7-fight or 8-fight win streak now.
8-fight win streak,
all finished.
7 finishes.
7
because now Tony was a decision.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But damn, that should have been a finish.
But damn, yes.
I want to call it a finish, just how dominant it was, but it's not. But he was very impressive. He's going to fight Khabib one day. I'm just kidding.
I wish.
Maybe.
But let me sell you this promo. Khabib is easily the most dominant fighter in the 155 division on the ground. How is he going to retire and not fight Charles Olivera, the guy with the most performance of the nights ever, the guy with the most submissions ever in any division in all of the UFC? Yeah, come on. That's a ground for ground scramble looking great selling fight. That sells itself. Mm-hmm. But I understand Khabib.
And I think Khabib is looking for a guy to come back to and fight, but he's not interested in Conor, not interested in Gaethje, not interested in Dustin. He's beat them all. He's choked them all out, right? Correct? Ferguson, let me put it into Ferguson's words. the chance of seeing Ferguson fight for the belt, that wet dream is over. That's done. We're not going to see him fight for the belt, guys. I'm sorry. That's how it is. But let me say this, guys. The way I see, and I told this to Johnny earlier through text, the way I see the lightweight division breaking down, obviously we got Conor and Dustin fighting in January. Winner of that is going to fight for the title. And I think Charles Olivera is going to fight for that title too. So they're going to fight. And then on the other side, we have Gaethje coming off the Khabib loss and Michael Chandler, who just entered from Bellator, and he's already what they're considering top 5, right? But anyway, I feel like Gaethje's going to fight Chandler. That's going to be the next number 1 contender fight. Winner of that will fight, we'll see who wins between Conor and Dustin, but the lightweight division is really interesting right now.
Personally, for Charles Olivera, I think this was enough. If we were already making the memes and the jokes that he is the Tony clone because he was dynamic on the feet and he could submit you and he's so great on the ground.
He's also at his peak, bro. This is his height.
He's 31 years old, and you go look at his record. He's fought the who's who, and he's been fighting in the UFC probably longer than Tony has at this point. I'm honestly not too sure. He's been in the UFC for so long. I'm sure hardcores have counted him out.
He's had over
times.
His record stands at 30-8. He's had over 38 professional fights. Tony has had 32 professional fights. So they've done it. They've been in there.
But as I was saying, like if we were already making the jokes about him being a Tony clone and whatnot because of the similar styles. Let's not let him have to go for a 12-fight win streak to fight for the belt.
No, I think
this was enough.
I think he's up next.
He's next. He should be next.
Okay. You heard it from Jared. You heard it from me. Charles is up next. He's gonna fight for the belt. And who do you think wins? Let's just give our take. Who do you think wins early fight? Conor, Dustin.
You know what, bro? You want me to tell you my prediction?
Right now.
Who I think wins that fight?
Just say winner loser.
I can't because there's going to be 3 weeks with no UFC, and that's going to be anxious, and we're going to do a big video for it.
We're not giving our takes yet, but we're building it right now. So we're done talking about that. We're moving on. We're rolling on to women's strawweight. We saw this was the 3rd match of the night. Well, 3rd match going towards the end, but it was Mackenzie Dern versus Berna Jandiroba.
Berna Jandiroba. I came in and I told you in episode 1 that this was going to be an awesome grappling match because Mackenzie Dern was born in the jiu-jitsu gi and Berna Jandiroba had 13 submissions over 16 wins, and we didn't see anything. We didn't see any grappling at all. I did say it was going to be an awkward fist fight, but it wasn't. These girls ended up banging and slugging. Mackenzie Dern straight up broke her nose there in that 2nd round. It was looking horrible.
It could have been fight of the night if it wasn't for the main event.
Yeah, I think
this was up there.
I think Dana said in the post-fight conference that the championship fight at the end of the night stole the money from the winner.
100%.
Yeah, that was a great fight and definitely did not go to the ground at all.
Was that it really though, Dana? Was that it really though?
There was one takedown though by Jandiroba, and both of them had almost 3 minutes of control time. Was that one round though? One round was in the ground, right?
Yeah, I think it was just the first, I believe.
Mackenzie Dern ended up breaking her nose, battled back. She won 2 rounds to 1, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I think it was.
First round was Jandiroba, right?
No, second round. Second round was Jandiroba. Second round was Jandiroba for sure because that's when she broke her nose. She started landing a lot more cleaner, and Mackenzie Dern seemed to have slowed down, but.
We expected a submission battle. It turned into a kickboxing.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great fight.
All right. Moving on from that one. Keep it rolling. We're going with one of our favorite fights, or that we expected.
I think his nickname needs to be changed. Does he have a nickname, Kevin Holland?
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer, yes, sorry.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, no, it has to be something like the Corona Special or...
Fort Worth, baby.
I don't think he wants to be called the Corona Special, bro.
He needs to be called Corona something because this guy in this pandemic has gone on.
Hey, Kevin Holland, you have my take for Fighter of the Year. 5 wins in 2020. At the end of this win, let me just get ahead of ourselves. He called out Khamzat Chimaev, just for shits and gigs.
Hype trains versus hype trains, baby.
It was a win-win for him. It was like, hey, let me call him out. He's not gonna accept. Well, we already know Khamzat has a fight with Leon booked in the future. We're hoping to see it this weekend, but we're not. But going back into this fight, man, bro, I picked Jacare in this fight, and it ended up in a first round knockout, man. Weird too, man. Very weird.
What was weird about it is You picked Jacare thinking that his veteran was going to show and he was going to be able to take him down and dominate him and beat him up. And that was very much a possibility. But what's it called? Kevin Holland, as soon as he got taken down, automatically went for an arm bar and then was trying to go for triangles. He was attacking instantly.
It was I think he pulled guard, though. I don't think it was really a takedown by... Okay, well, looking at the fight breakdown, yeah, there was 3 takedown attempts by Jacare. 2 of them were counted. But I felt like Kevin kind of like also fell into him.
Well, I think that's why Kevin Holland also fought Joaquin Buckley standing up, because I think Kevin Holland is one of these guys that says, "Oh, you're good on the ground, you're good standing up. I'm gonna beat you there." And I think that's why maybe it was a takedown. Maybe he did pull guard, but he did get taken to the ground and instantly started attacking submissions. And this was on a guy who's a jiu-jitsu legend, a UFC legend. So,
and that's where I thought Jacare was just going to have the advantage. Like, I remember during our pre-fight breakdown, I said Jacare was going to have the advantage because when we saw Kevin Holland fight Stewart, although that was 3rd round, it was late, Kevin Holland was a little fatigued after going hard those first 2 rounds. That's when Darren Stewart got the advantage. But this was early on. Kevin Holland still had, every ounce of juice in him.
And lots of power, obviously, because what ended up happening is Jacare had him on the ground, his back up against the fence.
We saw a fence, yeah. We saw a clinch against the fence. Dead to a takedown.
And Kevin Holland somehow switches. He was using it as a knee shield at first. He kind of had butterfly guard, which was the feet on the hips, but kind of just using it as a knee shield so that Jacare wouldn't come in as he was messing with the...
He had his right arm free, and he was defending with his left.
Yeah, once he pushed off and extended it. But the secret one was that first left hand. He just threw a left hand that just grazed off the top of the temple. But as soon as you saw it, Jacare ended up using Kevin Holland's knee as a shield. He ended up hiding behind it. And that's when Holland extended, landed the right hand, and ended up folding Jacare like a lawn chair.
He was in butterfly guard, technically, right, Johnny? Like a modified butterfly guard, but when do you ever see it? Besides, let me bring it back, Tony Ferguson, when do you ever see somebody fight off their back like that effectively? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get a knockout, you never really see somebody throwing punches going out of guard. And this one, he landed 3. Just looking at the total strikes, Jacare only landed 2 strikes, 2 significant strikes, to Holland's 21, so...
Well, you're right in the fact that there was a clinch exchange that led to the floor, that led to the finishing sequence. But there was already a takedown before, and he was
quick to get
instantly elbowing him in the top of the head. You know what I mean?
Those looked hard.
Yeah, they right there. And I think Jacare couldn't put on any pressure because
it almost seemed like that was part of his plan, Holland's plan. Fight him from the ground.
Yeah, and I think Holland's that kind of guy.
Was it you or one of the commentators that had mentioned that he was using that shot that knocked Jacare back, or that I think just knocked him out, was so powerful because he was pulling himself up or something or other? Is that what I had heard?
Yeah, the announcer was saying that you're not supposed to have any power from that.
Yes.
You have no balance. You're coming up,
but somehow he was able, like,
you can't really throw your hips into it.
From the back, he was able to.
A lot of power in your punches are from the hips. He's on the ground.
And like I said, being new to this, it's interesting to hear you guys both talk about Jacare, and we play him in the UFC game, and you see him do that gator crawl and shit, and you think, man, this guy's, like you said, a jiu-jitsu pro. Like, he's been around. Like you said, like Ferguson, he's been around. And then out of nowhere, like you said, the COVID special, just boom.
5 rounds on the year. I think he's my fighter of the year, Kevin Holland. And I've rooted against him twice this year. Back when he fought Fluffy, was that Hernandez?
Oh, yes.
I pulled for Hernandez in that fight because I knew Kevin Holland was coming off of a loss. He won that, and I picked him the next. And then coming into this fight, I just thought he was going to have stage fright against a legend. And if you listen to Kevin Holland's post-fight interview, he said back when he was a kid, he used to watch Strikeforce with his grandpa. And his grandpa, they would watch Jacare, and then supposedly Kevin Holland would see Jacare in his nightmares.
No!
Yes, but then it turned more into a dream as the fight would end. Obviously he won. That's no nightmare for you if you're Kevin Holland. Plus, he won Fight of the Night. The guy left with 100 G's.
Oh, yeah.
50 to win, 50 to get the bonus?
Yeah, 150 for sure, at the very least.
Kevin Holland came out there with some money. Congratulations, Kevin Holland.
check this out. Little fun fact. This is what a Corona special like Kevin Holland will do for you. The dude, since he's gotten in the UFC, this is a brand new guy. He's had these 5 wins, a loss, another loss, and a win in between that. He's already made over $682,000. That's entertainment, and that's going out there and hustling.
Numbers don't lie.
5 fights, 2020, all wins, lots of
4 of them are
bonuses.
finishes. And then he had that real close fight. We need to see him running back with Darren Stewart one day. But Darren Stewart, I think he need to get maybe gets a couple wins, and then we'll see that rematch. It looks interesting in the future. But hey, let's keep the Kevin Holland train rolling. He is the trailblazer, folks. There we go. Moving on.
Yeah, next is
JDS, Ciryl Gane, RIP JDS. Not really though, but maybe he might be part of that 60-man roster cut.
he's definitely a part of the 60-man roster. He's a former champion who probably cost a lot to freaking get out there and fight. And he's not like Andrei Arlovsky, who is making the 800 grand to just, or I mean, the Alistair Overeem was making 800 grand to just go out there and fight and winning. But JDS is now he had his 3 in a row that were to the top of the division. I think it was number 3, 4, and 5 at that time.
Ivanov, Tai Tuivasa, and Derek Lewis. He won those 3 fights in a row, dating back to 2018, going into 2019, and then mid-2019, that's when Francis Ngannou gave him a good old knockout in the first round, and then he got knocked out by Curtis Blades, Jairzinho, and now Ciryl Gane. So we've seen JDS get knocked out 4 straight times. It's not looking too good for JDS. He is a legend of the sport, but I don't think Ciryl Gane has a lot of potential, a lot of upside for Ciryl Gane.
Yeah, I think Junior Dos Santos is definitely going to be a part of that 60-man cut. He's just... The 3 losses were understandable. Like I said, they were to probably number 4, number 5.
He's had a rough 2020. If you think 2020, the pandy's been hitting you hard, it's been hitting our brother JDS extra hard here.
But now Ciryl Gane is looking great. Knocked him out.
He is a contender, baby.
Now he's a contender. I think he when he beat Junior Dos Santos, I think Junior was ranked probably number 8. Yeah, Ciryl Gane is now a contender, and JDS wasn't supposed to lose this fight. He wasn't supposed to lose this fight because Ciryl Gane was coming in with the record of 6-0, and that's just in MMA, I know, but...
Look, let's break down the records real quick. So, JDS was at rank number 7, and then we had Ciryl Gane at rank 14. I say we see Ciryl Gane break the top 10 after this win.
I think he might... I was going to say I think he might take that spot, but I think he's definitely going to be above... No, he'll take that spot. Shamil Abdurakhimov.
It looks like with Stipe there and all the people that Stipe has beaten, he's pretty much cleaned out that division. Well, now we got John Jones in there, so that's interesting. But right now the heavyweight division is looking a little light, right, on contenders. So it's good to see Ciryl Gane come in there, right? No, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He really makes it more interesting.
We need to see guys like Ciryl Gane, Shamil, and Augusto all come up. I know Walt Harris, after the tragic thing with his daughter happened, I know
He's still trying to rebound 2 losses in a row, but I feel like he'll find it in him to make a little run for, not for the title, but at least give these new guys some comp.
Yeah.
Like maybe it'll be good to see him potential fight Ciryl Gane against Walt Harris. Who knows?
Oh, I don't like that.
You know what I do like,
Gane
though?
would probably take him.
Yeah, he would. But I like Jairzinho against Ciryl Gane in the future.
Let's make that happen, man. We probably know that Francis Ngannou and Ciryl Gane
Dana's probably watching, bro. Tell him.
Dana, if you're watching,
Dana, we know you're watching.
make that, bro.
Make
Rosenstrike versus Ciryl Gane.
I like it.
He's already at that level.
They both knocked out our brother JDS. Let's make it happen. 7-0 Ciryl Gane, young prospect, a lot of upside. Let's watch him, man. Keep your eye on Ciryl Gane, baby. Let's move on.
Yeah, don't bet on him. I mean, don't bet against him anytime soon.
Maybe if he fights Francis. He's only 30 years old, by the way, so he's at his. I'd say he's at his peak. Let's go down to the.
Not even for heavyweights. Heavyweights stay on for. We have Alistair Overeem still going at 42.
Yeah, but he's not competing for the title. Ciryl Gane
Excuse me? Go back and look at Alistair Overeem's record.
Oh, Overeem. For some reason, I automatically thought Arlovsky.
And I mixed up Arlovsky with Overeem earlier when I brought up their pay.
The Reem, maybe, but he's not Overeem, so. He's not Overeem.
Chaos Williams would probably fuck him up.
Chaos Williams would fuck anybody up. And I'm going to talk about this later. Okay. So let's move on, baby, to the last of our prelims. We had Cub Swanson. Cubby, can't you see? Sometimes you just hypnotize me. Nah, but Cubby, he came back and he fought our Texas boy, who I was pulling for.
We were pulling for.
We
both picked him.
Daniel Pineda. Woof! We thought this was going to go a different route, but we saw Cub come back stronger than ever, did we not?
Yeah, Daniel Pineda looked good in that first round with the leg kicks and staying at distance. He almost got him in a leg lock, I believe. Then he just said, "Let's bang, bro. Let me bang, bro."
Play that clip.
Let me bang.
I do let you bang. I do let you bang.
Let me bang, bro.
That's playing right now.
This too soft.
It's too soft. I mean, Cub Swanson in that. So he knocked him down twice in the second round? Because I know, obviously, the second knockdown was obviously the finish.
It ended a knockout, correct?
And it did a knockout round 2 with minute
Flatline. He was out.
Flatline.
He was out. You're right. We did see Daniel Pineda instigate the ground game. He had one out of 2 takedown attempts, and he did try the heel hook, right?
Yeah, I think it was a heel hook.
Cubby also had a takedown and was able to control him for a minute. Looking at the total strikes, very close. 51 to 40, but if you look at the significant strike advantage, Cubby had 46 to Daniel Pineda's 21. So Cubby was just landing a little with the more cheese on that.
Yeah,
a little more cheese on that double meat. He was 3-piecing him. He was giving him 3-piece.
3-piece, no soda.
No,
left him thirsty.
Yeah, he left him a little thirsty because he wanted to, if you want to jump into Jorge Masvidal, he knocked him out, but then he didn't give him the soda at the end. But he's out, and then
he was just flatlined.
So he
he got his meal, didn't get a drink. How can I eat this without my diet Dr. Kelp?
But how was the end sequence though, Johnny? We saw this. So it was he caught Daniel Pineda with a right? It was like a left 1-2, and we saw Daniel Pineda retreat. And as soon as he took like a step backwards to retreat, it was Cubby landed another straight.
It was a right straight. Yeah,
right straight, and then
right through.
We saw death in the octagon. Boom.
We got to every once in a while.
So what did it look like to you?
Murder She Wrote's on.
Do you think that what is it like? Instinct took over with Cub Swanson and just.
He gave a very emotional post-fight speech.
He did?
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't. I don't remember hearing the speech.
So how he breaks it down, guys, is he's like, I did this for my kids. My kids look up to me as their superhero. I had to, put on for them. Cubby was coming off of a loss, right, or a couple losses, right? Am I right? So
no, he was coming off of I think like a 4-loss streak and then beat Cron Gracie.
Oh, exactly what happened. His last win was Cron Gracie. Cron or Cron?
Ice cream. His nickname is Ice Cream Cron, so it's probably Cron.
Okay. Anyway, that was his last win, and he did have that one win, but fought before that. It was a 4-loss streak. Mm-hmm. But hey,
wow.
2 wins in a row for Cubby.
That's great.
He's not going to be part of that 60-man cut. We're going to be seeing more of Cubby in the featherweight division.
For sure. I'm proud of him. We picked against him, but I'm glad he won.
Daniel Pineda, we hope to see you back, man. I think you're a good fighter. Cubby is just that next level. Mm-hmm. We'll see you around. I don't think he's done.
Both longtime vets, except Cub Swanson never got cut from the UFC.
But Cubby, he's fought for the title.
Yeah,
he's fought for the title.
He's the second evolution of Conor McGregor, Cub Swanson.
We're talking about Pokemon levels.
Pokemon levels, yes. Oh. For you. Conor McGregor's, then the Cub Swanson. I don't know the third evolution though.
We'll figure it out.
Well, Marvin Vittori now probably.
Not Marvin Vittori.
The next one.
You're talking about the guy from the Goonies?
We're not talking about any time era. Don Frye.
Who saw Darren Till's?
The final, no.
European.
Who saw Darren Till's meme, guys?
What was it?
He did that in 3 minutes. Him and Vittori were having a little exchange on the internet.
He said, "I want you." He said, "Yeah, cool, I'll fight you."
He called him an ugly C word.
Oh yeah, kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically Marvin saying,
"We're gonna be demonetized."
Goodbye sponsorships.
Goodbye G Fuel.
We got to get in touch with Tesla now, bro. Good job.
Okay, well that's the end of that fight. We're moving on to
how far Fiziev?
Rafael Fiziev against Renato Moicano.
Renato, bro. The Brazilians pronounce the
Renato.
R. When
My
it's in
bad.
the front, it's an H.
I did not know too much about this going on. If you saw episode 1, you could tell Johnny was leading that. But, afterwards, I remembered Fiziev was that kickboxer, or is he Muay Thai?
Muay Thai.
He was the Muay Thai fighter who's known for doing, I want to show a little clip of him doing the good old dodging the high kick with the Matrix, So, and then he did it against DeCasey. I did see that fight. But this one, man, he gave him the 3-piece. It was, he opened up with a body hook, right hook, left. It was a 3-2-2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a sequence.
Flatline, Renato. Ref was there early to stop it. We didn't see any extra damage, which is always good for Moicano. Man, Fiziev is elite striker though.
And if you watched the last episode, we said that the way to win for Moicano was to go ahead and get the takedown. And
He wanted to bang, bro.
Tap him out. He wanted to bang. And I believe probably it was Rogan that even said it on the announcing team that said, why is he in Rafael Fiziev's world? Like, why is he striking with him too much?
Before this ends, I want to ask, what was that one guy holding after he won the fight? And none of the
Okay, so check it out. I got
was it
the
a
story.
potato? Was it a rock?
Okay, but wait, let me just tell the crowd. We're jumping back into the Tony Ferguson Charles Olivera fight. After the fight, after they raised his hand, he had a rock in his hand.
Charles Olivera.
Charles Olivera had a memento that he raised to the camera. Johnny, you want to dive into that?
Yeah, we'll dive into it. So what it was is they asked him that in the post-fight conference, and he said that he's a real religious man, and that his father climbed up the mountain that I think Moses did when he wrote the commandments.
Moses, baby.
Right? Did Moses write the 10 Commandments? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
He did.
We learned about this in Bible school.
But yeah, he said that his father climbed that same mountain that Moses did, and brought him that rod.
Wait, the Moses?
That's what he said.
Red Sea Moses?
That the
Oh,
guy,
dude, I'm getting Noah's Ark.
You were thinking of Noah, no? Trav?
Yeah, I was thinking of Noah's Ark.
Right.
Moses is a part of, what's that movie with Christian Bale? Christian Bale played him. Anyway.
Christian Bale played Moses?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You're talking about...
Exodus.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was a...
That sounds great.
It was an amazing movie. We'll probably do a video.
Movie
on
reviews coming
I'm
soon.
gonna create a meme with the movie. It's gonna be the movie poster of Exodus, but it's gonna have Charles Olivera's face as Moses.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
Bro, you got to make that first. Don't tell people. Someone's going to make that.
Make it.
It's here already.
It's right there.
Thank you to...
Me. But that was a little horrible Bible study minute with us and Charles Olivera and his father and
Hey, man,
and Mike and Adrian.
The next champion of the lightweight division.
Hopefully.
The UFC guys didn't even know who it is. Didn't know what it was, bro.
Yeah,
the little
man,
rock.
I don't even know where he pulled it out. He just pulled out a tiny, beautiful.
Yes.
He fought with it the whole time.
He had it in a glove.
He had it, right in the knuckle part. No, but
small, smooth rock.
Let's finish up on this fight though, because this fight was a lightweight matchup. Fiziev is putting his name in the hat now of lightweights, because we're talking about the top 5 lightweights. Like I said, do I need to mention him again? Obviously, Charles Olivera is one of them. But Fiziev is now with his elite striking. We haven't seen him on the ground. We should have seen Moicano instigate that. It would have been fun to see Fiziev on the ground. We already know he's an elite striker. He's standing at 9-1. His only loss was his first UFC appearance. After that, he's been on a 3-fight win streak.
He should break the top 15 soon.
For anybody that's a casual, who are the top 5 lightweights right now? You're saying he's throwing the hat in with who?
No. He's not throwing. He's throwing his hat in to get into the top 15.
Top 5 lightweights, excluding Khabib,
who is champion.
Who is the champion? We got Gaethje number 1, Poirier number 2, Tony number 3. That will change. Sorry, Johnny. Bye-bye. I'm just kidding. We got Conor McGregor number 4, Dan Hooker number 5. We're gonna definitely see Charles ranked Charles was at 7 at the fight of Tony. We'll see him in the top 5.
He should take Tony's 3 spot, but Conor McGregor is number 4, so Conor's gonna.
But Fiziev is not in there. But when the UFC rankings get adjusted, I want to assume that we see him in there next roundabout. There we go. Dan Hooker's in the mix, though. Good to see him, right? We saw him lose against Dustin his last fight, but he's in there. I forget about Dan Hooker. He's fun to watch. Moving on, though. So we're done talking about Hinato, right?
Yeah.
Let's go on to
the last thing on our outline here, on our schedule.
The last one we covered in our episode 1, it was the Canadian, Gavin Tucker, against the guy we pulled for, who was always fun to watch, Billy Q.
Billy Q.
Tough fight, went 3 rounds, but Gavin Tucker dominated. He got the unanimous decision.
I thought Billy Q would be able to withstand the power, and he did. Billy Q still got a chin made out of freaking granite. But I thought he'd be able to eventually take him to the ground and control him.
But that was the opposite we saw. We saw 7 takedowns from Gavin Tucker.
Slamming takedowns.
Yes.
He was getting them pretty easy. And I still, Gavin Tucker looked great. You hadn't left an impression on me, but beating Billy Q definitely did. And hopefully Billy Q can get another W, man. I was really into him.
We'll see him again.
Yeah,
he'll be in there again. Gavin Tucker, though, I mean, fight for Titans MMA. He's just the governor. That's what he got. The governor. But yeah, so he's riding a 3-fight win streak right now. There's a lot of upside for Gavin Tucker standing at 13-1, man. What do you think? What do you think about him in featherweights? You think he cracks the rankings?
Yeah, he'll probably get one more before he gets a ranked fighter. Or gets to break the top 15.
Yeah, because, I mean, the featherweight division, it is deep. At the end of the featherweight division, rank 15, we got Edson Barboza. He's going to be tough for anybody trying to break in. We got, Bryce Mitchell in there, Ryan Hall, Shane Burgos. Those are all, top 15 guys. The featherweight division is deep. Gavin Tucker, 13-1, baby.
Good look.
He only has 1 loss, and it was to, is that Rick Glenn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he lost to Rick Glenn, unanimous decision. Fun fighter. He's a fun fighter. 7 takedowns. We've seen enough of him, man. He's good. That's the end of our recap.
Actually, bro, we still have one more. Gotta go over the dream. I think he's no longer...
Chase the dream, baby.
Yes, Chase Hooper. Went out there, got his ass whooped for 3 rounds straight. Young kid. I think he's only 21 now.
Heel hook, baby.
He got signed to the UFC at 18 years old, but they held him back and gave him some time to grow. He's off 2 wins now, I believe.
No, he lost to Bruce Leroy.
Oh yeah, lost. He should have never been fighting Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy put it on him. Ended his undefeated streak.
Yes.
So he was 10-0 into that fight, lost 1, came back, was getting his ass kicked, got the dub.
Yeah. Pulled out
the roll. He had a really good Imanari.
Yeah, yes. Imanari roll.
Good roll.
Oh,
but
I'm learning,
I had
guys.
to tell that guy one time what it was.
I'm learning it, guys.
You know what he reminded me of? Good old classic fight. Let's bring it up. Chael P. Sonnen, the P is for undefeated champion of the world. When he fought Anderson Silva the first time.
Yeah,
Anderson Silva was getting dominated that whole fight. Hey, but did you ever hear, just talking about shits and gigs, man, when Chael talks about it as a joke, he's like, oh, I thought that they would reset us, and since I won 4 rounds to 1, I was going to be the winner. That's why I tapped.
Yeah, I thought the tap was just to signify that I'm done with that round, the round is over. This is the same guy who said that he saw when the Nogueira brothers landed in America for the first time.
I can't let you get close.
No.
I can't let you get close.
Little Nog was petting a bus, and that big Nog was trying to feed it a carrot like if it was a horse. That's Chael P. Sonnen for you.
And the P is for undefeated, baby.
But yeah, Chase Hooper, Imanari roll, 3rd round, right into a freaking...
How did he win again?
Heel hook.
Heel hooked him.
When he jumped into that roll... He tied those legs up instantly.
That fight was on at work, and I remember thinking I was seeing trying to go for the knee, like lock something on the knee, and then he switched it. Like I don't know if he was going for a different kind of lock, but he ended up in the heel hook. I remember I heard the commentators talking about.
Let's look at the numbers though. So Chase was obviously losing the whole fight, but on the total strikes, he outstruck him total 81 to 61, and landed 10 more significant strikes, 57 to 48. But looking at his takedown attempts, 0 for 6. Mm-hmm. So,
oh dang,
Peter was just able to, land his.
I think he landed landed the more harder hits. He landed the more significant.
Even though
strikes.
Chase was able to land more significant strikes, the quality of significant strikes Peter was able to land just did a little more. But hey, that heel hook at the end, baby, chase the dream.
Chase the dream.
Where did you get that from?
I have no idea. I just thought of it.
There you go, baby. Is that the end of our recap?
Yeah, that's the end of our recap. But hey, bros,
Brothers of the world unite.
bros. I guess we're YouTubers now.
Brothers.
We got like 100 views, so I guess we're supposed to say this. Make sure you like and make sure you
Smash that! I'm just kidding.
Hey, smash that like button or that dislike button.
Yeah, we
It's
got
up to
some
you.
haters too.
It's
baby.
up to you.
We got some haters too.
It's
so
up
make
to
sure
you.
Like, subscribe. In the comments, I'm thinking about cutting my hair. Should I or not? Let me know.
Let this guy know if you can cut his hair. I think he's rocking the John Wick vibe. His name is Johnny Wick. We got him right here.
I don't even think that's a question.
Guys, what about my hair? You know, just curly or straight?
It's always straight.
What about mine?
I'm rocking the Chase Hooper, the Ben Askren right here.
Mike got that dad.
My favorite fighter of all time.
We've got lots of fights this weekend. We're going to be coming in with a breakdown of that. We've got 7 on the main card already. So, laters. We'll see y'all later.
Look, they for the black, they for the Kevin and